Hello students, welcome to the class of Business Studies. I am N.K. Tukral from Edupedia World. So students, last time I had discussed in the previous session on level of management and functions of management. Today I will talk on the subject coordination. So before coming to the definition of coordination, I may tell you that coordination is the force that binds all the other functions of management. Coordination is sometimes considered a separate function of management. However, it is the essence of management for achieving harmony among individual efforts towards the accomplishment of goals. So this is what briefly I can tell you coordination is. Also, I may tell you that coordination is a process to establish harmony among the different activities of an organization so that the desired objectives can be achieved. So let's go ahead. Let's see what is the definition of coordination. As you can see in the slide, the definition of coordination is the process by which a manager synchronizes the activities of different departments toward the achievement of a common goal. So coordination is a common thread that runs through all the activities to ensure continuity in the working of the organization. It is implicit and inherent in all functions of an organization. Broadly, the coordination we can say is a continuous attempt of every manager. Manager has to work like an orchestra conductor who directs the actions of his orchestra group to produce the fine music. So this is how we have related to the orchestra group of coordination. One of the author in coordination has given the definition in a very right way. I can say that coordination, what is the definition given by the author Hugh Harman? Coordination is the orderly synchronizing of efforts of subordinates to provide proper amount, timing and quality of execution so that their united efforts leads to the stated objectives, namely the common purpose of the enterprise. So this is how he has described the coordination is. It is a very essential part of the management function, and now we will see that how it is the essence of management. I can tell you that coordination is needed in all management functions. That's why it is called as an essence of management. So how it is there, that in planning we can say overall planning and departmental plans. Overall planning of the organization and departmental plans, number one, and number two in planning is objectives and available resources. For example, coordination between production department, plans and sales department, targets, etc. So this is why we say that coordination is an essential part of management in planning. Another in organizing. In organizing, how it is treated as an essence of management, you can see that number one is resources and activities to be performed, and number two is assigning authority, responsibility and accountability. Let's take an example. If the finance manager is given authority to raise funds, he should also be given responsibility to manage funds efficiently. That's why the coordination can be done in that way, perfectly way. Now, another is in staffing. How it is there in the staffing? Staffing, definitely coordination is required in a way that skills of workers and assigned job. I mean to say skills of the workers and the jobs assigned to them, the coordination is required. Another is efficiency of worker and compensation. Let's take an example. An employee qualified as MBA or employee qualified as chartered accountant in finance should generally be given work of a financial nature. So that's why the coordination is required in staffing in such a way that the worker or the officer who knows the job, which is his field, he should be given that type of job. So another coordination is in directing. How it is in directing? Number one, among orders, instructions and suggestions, and number two is in superiors and subordinates. So coordination is required in both the cases. So let's take an example. A manager instructs the subordinates, motivates them and also supervises their work. That's why coordination is required in directing in such a way. Another is in controlling. In controlling, how is there coordination required? Number one, standards and actual performance, and number two, corrections of deviation and achievement of objectives. For example, if the actual output falls short of planned target, then corrective action must be taken to ensure that plans coordinate with actual performance. Students, you must remember that coordination is needed at all levels. Coordination is required between activities of all the three levels of the management already level we have discussed, like top level, middle level and low level. In top level needs coordination to integrate activities of organization for accomplishment of goals, and in case of middle level requires coordination to integrate efforts of different sections and subsections, and in case of low level needs coordination in the activities of workers to ensure that work proceeds as per plans. That's why we can say that coordination is a very important function and part of the management functions. Now let's go ahead, students. Let us see what are the features or what are the characteristics of coordination. Let us discuss one by one. Number one feature of the coordination is integrate group efforts. The need for coordination is felt when group effort is needed for the accomplishment of an objective. In short, it can be said that coordination is related to group effort and not individual effort. The question of coordination does not arise if the job is done by one person only. Another feature of the coordination is ensure unity of action. So nature of coordination is of creating unity in action. It means during coordinating process an effort is made to create unity among the various activities of an organization. For example, the purchase and sales department have to coordinate their efforts so that supply of goods take place according to the purchase order. That's why we can say that unity of action is required. Another feature is coordination is a continuous process. How we can say that? Coordination is a never-ending process as its need is felt at each and every step in the organization. It begins at the planning stage and continues till controlling. It is not a job which can be performed once for all, but its need is felt at every step. Many activities are performed in a business. Sometimes or the other, if any one of the activities goes on fluctuating either for more or less than required, the whole organizational balance is disrupted. Thus, a close watch has to be kept on all the activities to maintain the balance. Another feature is an all pervasive functions. How we can say it's a pervasive function? Coordination is needed in all departments and at all levels because of interdependence of various activities. Pervasiveness refers to that truth which is applicable to all spheres. I mean to say business and non-business organizations also. The nature of coordination is pervasive. Like making of a timetable in an educational institution is an apt example of establishing coordination. Let me give you an example. In the game of cricket, the placement of players at predetermined position is nothing but coordination. In the same manner, to synchronize the activities of different departments like purchase, sales, production, finance, etc. in a business organization is coordination. So next feature of coordination is responsibility of all managers. Coordination is needed at all the three levels, that is top level, middle level and low level management levels. Different activities performed at all the levels are equally important. Thus, it is the responsibility of all the managers that they make efforts to establish coordination. That is why it could not be said that coordination is of more importance to any one particular managerial level or the manager. Another feature of coordination is a deliberate function. How we can say it is a deliberate function? A manager has to coordinate the efforts of different people in a conscious and deliberate manner. Coordination does not occur spontaneously, nor can it be achieved by force. Cooperation in the absence of coordination may lead to wasted effort, and coordination without cooperation may lead to dissatisfaction among employees. That is why it is said that it is a deliberate function. So these are the features of coordination. Now let's go ahead, students. Let's see what is the importance of coordination. The importance of coordination we can talk on point one by one. That is, number one, importance of coordination is growth in size. But before that, I may tell you that coordination is important as it integrates the efforts of individual, departments and specialists. Managers need to reconcile differences in approach, timing, effort or interest. At the same time, there is a need to harmonize individual goals and organizational goals. So this is what is required in coordination, and that is why coordination is treated as important. So number one function, we can discuss growth in size. With the increase in size of the organization, number of employees also rises. Individuals come from different backgrounds with difference in interest, habit of work and goals. At times, it may become difficult to integrate their efforts and activities. Further, it becomes necessary to ensure that all individuals work together the common goals of the organization, and therefore for organizational efficiency, coordination helps to harmonize individual goals and organizational goals. Another importance of coordination is functional differentiation. What is this? In an organization, activities and functions are frequently divided into departments, divisions, or sections. All these departments may have their own objectives, policies, and their own styles of working. Each department aims to achieve its own objective in isolation from the others. However, all the department individuals are interdependent, and activities of each department needs to be focused on attainment of common organization goals. Coordination helps to synchronize activities of these departments so that they proceed together in a single direction instead of working as an independent units. Another important factor is specialization. Due to increasing complexity of the modern technology and diversity of tasks, a number of specialists are hired. Specialists usually think that they only are qualified to evaluate, judge, and decide according to their professional criteria. They do not take advice or suggestions from others in matters pertaining to their area of specialization. It often leads to conflict. The coordinator helps to reconcile the differences in approach, interest, or opinion of the specialists. So students, all these points therefore amply illustrate that coordination is important prerequisite for success of any organization. Without coordination, it is difficult to achieve the desired goals. We can conclude on coordination as an importance is that coordination is important to overcome unhealthy human nature. Coordination promotes synergy within a group, which helps in accomplishing even in excess of standard rate of individual performance, and coordination helps a growing organization by developing an effective network of huge number of people working in an organization. So this is all today for the class. Thank you. Bye bye.